Guys, welcome to episode 100 of the Double Bogey Show. Finally hit triple digits, and today is going to be an electric one. We recap Tyler's wedding. We go over the first PGA Tour Canada Pro-Am that I was able to play in, and then we also outlined the best moments of the first 100 episodes in Double Bogey Show history. We hope you guys enjoy the episode, and thanks for sticking with us through the first 100 episodes.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Breakfast ball.
The energy in the room is palpable.
Guys, episode 100. We're back.
Worst hype horn of all time.
And I'll be honest, this has been
The final episode.
This is it. Yep. Triple digits. The only episode that has been better than this one is episode 69, classic. I know you guys enjoyed that one, but I think this is gonna take the top spot. There's a lot of energy in the room today.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really looking forward to this episode because we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
We've been sucking down rock stars since 6 a.m. We're ready to roll.
God, this is gonna be good. So today's gonna be an electric episode. We have actually 3 separate segments today. We typically do 2.
First 3 segment episode of all time, I think. I don't remember what we did from episodes 1 to 30.
I don't know what we used to do, but
I was nowhere near this place.
Mitch was packing. Oh yeah, also the rotating producer chair. Mitch is in the seat today.
What's up? I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. And I think you guys have probably noticed through 100 episodes that we just can't keep a fucking producer
Holy
around.
shit, we've had this is 4.
Did we go solo right away, or do we have a producer?
I think we had Jake in the chair, but he didn't say anything.
Okay, so it went Jake, Cody.
We actually poached Cody from this podcast. We interviewed,
Yep.
He had his podcast on, and then we're like, we're going to take you from yours.
Yep. So Jake, Cody, Mitch, Matt, Jake, and back to Mitch. So
Hey,
that's
yo.
6 like revolving producers.
I
Yeah.
will
I mean,
say
not
it's
6 total, but 6.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, Mitch is back 2 weeks in a row. We're gonna you gotta give me the
Yeah.
mute button so I can mute you if I need to.
No. Mute button stays with me.
Okay.
Too much
but
power in Mitch's hands. Where's Jake?
It is wild. I can be completely honest with you and tell you that I have not listened. I've never listened to episode 1 in my entire life.
It's bad.
And I can about
really
imagine.
fucking bad.
I would assume it's just as bad as You Betcha Radio episode number 1.
Not as bad as that.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, because we had both been podcasting with You Betcha Radio for a while when we started this.
We just didn't know each other yet.
Yeah, we didn't have chemistry, 1. 2, we had no fucking clue what, like, that's the name of the episode. What the hell are we going to talk about? And
Yeah.
we truly didn't know.
And we started that in like what, October, November, when the golf season was over.
And you and I had golfed together like twice, 3 times, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because we started filming before that,
Right.
and then we started the pod. Okay. So I have not listened back to episode 1, but to those of you who have been listening since day 1, we obviously really appreciate you guys being here because you stuck with us through the really shitty times.
Mhm.
There's been multiple times where our page has almost just gotten axed from the company. And we kept going. We had a couple videos hit. We've had more videos hit. We started selling some merchandise. We got to go to a lot of cool tournaments. Podcast numbers have been going up consistently over, I would say, the last 6 months.
That's what got us to keep the pod. Like,
Yes.
people continuing to listen and telling their friends and getting more listeners in. Like, the growth is what matters, and it's been consistently growing since episode 1, and that doesn't happen unless you guys listen to all the episodes. I mean, it's been kind of surreal because, like we just said, we're 2 dudes that didn't really know each other, only golfed with each other 3 times and decided to start a fucking golf podcast.
Yeah.
And now we're 100 episodes deep. The podcast is rolling.
Yep.
It is a finely tuned machine at this point, minus the rotating producer chair.
We'll get one eventually. We'll find a steady here eventually.
I mean, it's honestly been kind of humbling. So
100%.
like, thank you guys. Seriously. So let's do it.
Well, and I just want to put on top of that too, because the podcast numbers have been rolling, that's because you guys are, like you said, Tyler, sending it to friends, doing all that. So if you could do us one favor today, that is just to send it to a friend and say, hey, I really enjoy this podcast, this type of content. And it's easy for us because we're 2 guys like the thousands of people who are listening to this right now, we have the same, very similar to the same rounds as you guys. We do the same things on the course as you guys. We play a lot like you guys. I know there's some hardos out there like me. I know there's some casuals out there like Tyler. And
there's some cheeseheads like Mitch.
Yep.
That shoots 120. So,
but it's easy for us to relate because that's just what we do on a weekly basis. And it's funny because during the summertime, whenever I go to the lake, I rarely, these days I get up at about 6:30, 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. But come Saturday, Sunday morning, I'm up at about 5:50, 6 a.m. because I have a golf round to get to. And my father-in-law always asks me, he's like, oh, going golfing again this morning? I said, yep, heading out to the course right now. And I do that because I want shit to talk about on the next week's podcast. So thank you for giving me an excuse to get out of the house and go golf. And thanks to all you guys for listening. So we're going to dive into it. Obviously, we've been waiting to talk about Tyler's wedding here for like 6 weeks.
I'm not a dead man walking anymore, right? I'm just a dead man.
Well,
I'm just dead.
Yes.
I'm dead inside and out.
And honestly, marriage is, I really like marriage.
Me too.
Marriage is great.
So far, it is not different.
Especially
at
if you,
all.
especially if you marry your best friend.
Yes.
Because I mean, think about this. Actually, it's kind of weird that I spend more time with you than I do my own wife, which is crazy.
It's
in
very
today's
weird.
World. That's why I really enjoyed paternity leave, is because like I had 2 straight weeks with my wife that I've never been able to do before. Minus on like we went on a 7-day honeymoon, but that's not 2 weeks.
Right. I had a few days off for the wedding, but it was nice to and we didn't have the kids either. So it was like, we did the whole mini moon thing because we're not going to go to Mexico in August when it's hotter than balls in Mexico. So we'll go in the winter. But it was sweet just to like, it hasn't just been the 2 of us in years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't really get, it was my now wife, it was us 2 for like 12 years before we had baby Cal 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of time together before we put kids in the mix, and you did not.
Yeah, we got 7 months before she was pregnant. So it was like a year and a half, but she was pregnant for half of it.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that had to have been probably the most enjoyable time you've had so far.
Yeah, it was a blast. And like, we didn't even go anywhere special, didn't do anything crazy. It was just sweet to hang out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you got nothing going on.
I was dangerously close to asking her if she wants to start golfing with me, but I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't. I need something for me. I got to keep it.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'll do the 1 to 2 rounds a year with her, but I can't make her my regular golf partner. Yeah,
I do like bringing my wife out to golf. But it's just it's a different dynamic to where like just depends on what I'm striving for that round. Am I striving to be super competitive and talk some shit and drink a bunch of beers?
Well, Becca's more competitive than me.
Really?
And she just expects to be good at it.
Yes.
And then gets fucking pissed when she's not. Like, well, you never golf.
It's also like, we have been doing this for over 3 years and we are still not good.
Yeah. Like, why do you think you're just going to automatically stand up there and be good at this game?
Yeah. And golf is not the type of game that you want to start, you want to pick up if you just have always been good at certain things. Because it is very humbling.
It's like the great equalizer. Like, yes, athleticism matters in golf, but you can't just get by with being an awesome athlete.
Oh, 100%. And we've talked about this before. It's like, we're going to be golfing for the next 40 plus years and we might not be good. Actually, when we put that clip out, there are a lot of people that said like, it's funny you guys say that. Like, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that you're going to get good eventually, because it's not how it goes. Well, I'm going to tell you what.
Eat shit.
I'm going to do what I need to do in order to be good. And I don't know what good is in my mind.
I think you got to define that.
I think it's more so just ending around being satisfied. Like, hey, I played well today.
I hit every shot as good as I could have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think that'll ever happen. There will never be a round in our 40 years of golf where we'll finish and be like, every single shot I hit today was as good as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be winning tournaments if that was the fact. We'd be playing solo.
Even Tiger, I guarantee you, he'll win the Masters by 10 strokes and be like, I could have played better.
Yeah, I mean, look at Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
Round 1 of the FedEx Cup, which, shout out Rory, he won the FedEx Cup, the Tour Championship. What a guy to do it. He's been this huge advocate for the PGA for since Liv came into the picture.
Yep.
And now he goes and win. Like, what a big dick move for him to do.
Massive.
But he, I can't remember if it was triple or quadruple bogeyed
The
whole, was it the first
I was
hole?
going to say, I think it's the first hole.
On day number 1. And it's like, dude, the guy, and he was already strokes back from Scotty, who starts 10 under, which is also a fucking weird format. I don't really understand.
Me either.
Like, you're already giving the best guy on tour like this huge lead. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, that's what you're playing for all year, is that lead.
That is true. That is
so
true.
like he earned it by winning so many tournaments.
Yeah. Not very true.
Is that kind of like NASCAR when they race all year for points and then the person with the most points gets the lead spot?
But even
Yeah,
that, like,
kind of.
Yeah, you
but
get the lead spot.
But I would say even like 10 strokes is more of an advantage. I don't know shit about NASCAR, so I could be talking out of my ass, but it just seems to me that just having the lead spot in a race doesn't seem like as much of an advantage as having a 10 stroke like buffer when you
it's
start
like you're
around.
starting 25 laps up.
Yeah.
And there are guys that start 9 under and 8 under and 7 under, but still, like, to catch the top guy in the world by 3 strokes it's tough.
Yeah.
And I can't remember where Rory started, but regardless, he went and won the tour championship. Big swing and dick move for him. But he triple or quad bogeyed the first hole.
I saw a stat or something too. It's like he shot the lowest round in history with a quad bogey.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Like the lowest round that included a quad bogey, not like the lowest of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So walk me through the weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, you got married.
I did. So I took off work on Thursday, just got a whole bunch of shit ready. And then Friday is groom supper day before the wedding, calm before the storm. We get into the reception venue because we did the wedding and reception in different locations.
Yep.
So we get in at 9 a.m. to set up the reception venue. And I am under the impression that we're going to need to set up everything, right?
Okay.
Tables, chairs, stand for the bridal party, everything. Get there, half of it's already up.
Hell yeah.
The venue did all the tables. They did all of the tablecloths.
As they should.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I said don't because I didn't want to pay for it.
Oh, really? I would assume that's just booked
Built
into
in.
the fee.
Yes, there was like tiers, and I was like, give me the lowest. I would recruit family to come help.
Yeah.
But we showed up, so like most of the work was done, and then the rest was like centerpieces and music and stuff. And me and the guys can't set up the centerpieces. We'll fuck it up. We'll do it wrong.
Yes. There has to be a thing with weddings where the bride, there's got to be some sort of decision fatigue going on.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody and their mother helping set the wedding up is asking because it's their day. You know, they've been picturing this day since they were young girls. And it's like, where do you want this? How does this look? Where should we put that? What do we want to do with this? And it's fucking exhausting. I can only imagine.
So what we and the guys did is we just put shit out in the spots we thought it might be. Yeah. And then let them fine tune it.
That's kind of like the podcast studio. I just set shit on this table and you put it where you needed to.
Exactly.
So
when we finished, we were originally going to golf at like 2:00 because we thought we'd be setting up all morning long. And me and most of the groomsmen were there helping set up. And at like 10:30, we're like, we're fucking done.
Time to start drinking.
11:30.
Really?
So we're like, do you guys want to like go get a round? You want to go get 9 in before the rest of all the people are going to show up to golf?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we drove to the golf course. We changed in the parking lot and just got super lucky. They're like, yeah, we got an 11:50 and a noon. And so then we played. It was 6 guys. It was me, Connor, and 4 other groomsmen. And we played the 4 groomsmen versus me and Connor match play.
Wow.
And we kicked the shit out of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, like there was one. So it was Matt, Lane,
Matt,
former producer Matt, because he's the DJ. So he was involved in a lot of stuff. Matt was there the whole time.
Gotcha.
So it was Matt, Lane, Ben, and Nick.
Oh, I can only imagine you crush those guys.
Yeah, but like you'd think having 2 extra shots because Nick can bomb it. Lane's good for a handful of them, and Matt's good for a handful. Ben, very, very new, didn't take much of his, but he can putt. Yeah. Right. Okay. So we're like, this is going to be even because it's not going to be even if we go split me and Connor up, and then whoever gets Lane is just going to win.
Yeah.
So we played, and Connor and I, we were up 4 holes to nothing, and we're on the 5th hole, and we watched Matt's drive. He shanked the fuck out of it.
Yep.
And then I see a random ball that's kind of close to the green, and I know it's not his, but I feel bad because we're kicking the shit out of him.
What hole?
Hole 5, the one along the field.
Okay, yep.
So if you go right, you're fucked. He went way left, probably in the swamp.
Yep.
But there was one just left of the green and short, 40 yards.
Nice.
And I was like feeling bad, like, hey, Matt, I think you're up here. And I'm like, I know it's not his ball. And he's like, oh, yeah, this is me.
Oh, nice. Tell him afterwards that.
No, I let him have it.
Oh, shit.
But I didn't think it mattered because Connor drove it 3 feet from the green. So we were going to chip on and win either way. So let him have that. So the game would have been over right there.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And it's also my future brother-in-law, my sister's boyfriend, Gabe, was also there. And so they hit, so it's 5 versus 2.
Jesus.
4 of them hit fucking awful chips.
Classic.
And then Ben, out of nowhere, sticks one 8 feet from the pin.
Okay.
And he topped it, rolled through the sand, jumped out of the sand, onto the green, 8 feet from the pin.
Yep.
And then Connor and I hit it. We chipped 4 feet from the pin, putt in for birdie. And then 4 more guys missed the 8-foot putt. And then Gabe walks up, and this dude has no finesse whatsoever, banks it off the fucking pin and in.
Really?
So we tie the hole. Next one, we all go deep on that par three, like super deep. All 8 people, 7 people go deep. They fucking chip in to beat us on a hole. So then we
chipped in?
I forget who it was. It wasn't Matt. It might have been Lane.
Okay.
Lane is good at chipping in for some reason.
Weird.
So then we played it like not true match play. We played it skins match play. So then they got 2.
Sure.
It went all the way into the 8th hole. Then we finally won one. But my dad was sitting there waiting with the crew because it took us so fucking long. We were supposed to start the round with everybody at 2 and show up, and Dad's just in a bad mood. He's like, "Where the fuck are you? We're all sitting over here waiting for you." I'm like, "Relax. It's raining. It rained the whole time, so we were just playing in the rain." But then we show up and we did the whole rover thing. We made 2 teams of 4. We had 11 guys, and then I played truly 4.5 holes with each team. Or no, 5.5 holes.
That's pretty good.
So like that was their advantage. So like I played with Grandpa Dave and Uncle Sean and a couple other, I forget who was on whose team for the first 5.5 holes. No, it'd be 4.5 holes. And then I literally waited in the middle of the fairway for the next group to come up. So it was even amount of shots for each team. Yep. Rained the whole time. Golfed with my dad's dad for the first time, I think ever since maybe since I was a little kid.
Okay.
And he putts. He's the weirdest putter I've ever seen in my life. It is all wrist. His arms do not move. He's literally like this.
Weird.
And he's a fucking sniper. He has so much touch. He just can't read a line.
That just shows you that, I mean, you can watch as many YouTube videos as you want on putting strokes and whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's all about feel, man. You gotta have feel.
It was wild. We rolled up to the first tee with the new group, and my dad's just standing there, and he's calmed down by now. He's done freaking out on the phone. And he's like, "Watch Grandpa Al putt." And we're on the putting green. There's only 2 holes on this putting green. And I watched him make 4 in a row from like 12 feet with this stupid fucking wrist thing. It was unreal.
Are you gonna try it now?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I can't get worse at putting. I don't have time to just get a new putting stroke.
Yeah.
But everything went great. Rained a little bit. Got pretty drunk. Had the groom supper there at the course. Sang karaoke with my friends afterwards. They kept the clubhouse open for us. But yeah, it was a good time.
How'd Grandpa Dave play?
Pretty bad.
Really?
He played bad when I was with him. I don't know what happened, but
under a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
got to show up for the fam.
Yeah, probably first grandkid getting married, right?
Yeah, he has a step granddaughter that got married.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of consider her granddaughter. So.
Sure. I mean, golfing before weddings. Is there anything better?
It's so much fun, right?
No.
I've heard it's the best.
That's golfing at weddings. I'm talking golfing before weddings is possibly one of the best events of that weekend.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a ton of fun.
Because no one cares.
We were legitimately the next morning, the morning of the wedding, being like, "Do you guys want to go out and get another 9 in or what?"
Really?
And we didn't. Smart call by us to not.
Yes.
But we didn't. Then Saturday, the wedding came. Everything went perfect.
Were you nervous?
Yeah. I was nervous that things like would either be like way behind schedule or like, and like Becca's really, really close with her grandma, and her grandma can't get around round very well. She's in an electric wheelchair.
Yep.
And so I was super nervous. I'm like, how are we going to get her back there? Because like the wedding is in a field, essentially. It was on like a hill through a muddy path in the woods.
Yep.
Like, how are we going to get her there? I got to make sure that like, one, they feel included because they can't get to all the locations that they want to. And it's like, it was a whole lot of nothing I didn't need to worry about there. Everyone was chill.
Couldn't she just have driven it down the path?
She could, but it was really fucking muddy. She got stuck.
Sure. So you just do a wheelchair, like a push wheelchair then, or?
No, we have so we just drove her straight back there in the car.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Literally drove her almost to her chair and then
sweet
got her out and then parked the car around the corner.
That's sweet.
But yeah, then we had a Ranger, like a front and back seater, side by side thing that we kind of taxied. Did you get in that?
I did, yeah.
You guys were the last people there.
We were, yeah, and that's classic because I was with Miles. That it was me, Meg, Miles, and Ann. And Meg is always like, hey, let's show up in like 15 minutes early and get a spot and hang out just so we're not late, right? And we leave at the very last minute. And then, I don't know, maybe some construction on the way. That something held us up.
Miles.
And yeah, I mean, that's basically what it was. So we showed up like, I think the wedding was at 3:30. We showed up at 3:28. And but luckily we got back there, ripped on the Ranger right back there, got our seats right in the back. And it was all fine and dandy. So, but that morning, I golfed with Miles that morning, and we were playing with his future brother-in-law and his brother-in-law's brother-in-law. Okay, did you follow that?
Spider web? Yes.
So, we played this course at I've never played before. I don't know if anyone has ever played this course. Really cool though, Wildflower in DL, and it was 2v2.
Wait, so was it Brendan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was 2v2 match play. Me and Miles against those two. And
so you teamed up with Miles.
We did team up. And it was good.
They kicked your ass, didn't they?
No. So we were playing $20 a guy for the front nine score, $20 a guy for the back nine, and $20 overall. So $60 in total per guy. And we lost the front by 1, and we tied the back. So, and then they won overall. So they won $40 per guy on our team, whatever.
So a tie nullifies.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. I shot a 91. Not a great round.
Yeah.
Couldn't get off the tee box. Miles shot a 94, which he had a phenomenal back nine, and I did not. So that's why I was probably up by 10 strokes if we were playing against each other. And we were secretly playing against each other.
Yeah.
But there was a hole that he hit a 10 on, and I was not
best
worried.
Ball? Like for your scoring.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We went best ball for scoring. And so when it comes to golf and when you're golfing with someone who gets frustrated easily and is looking for like they want to say they're looking for advice, but they're not actually looking for advice. That's a really weird position for me because I know what their motives are. Like they want me to try and tell them what's wrong, but I don't want to tell them what's wrong because like sometimes the truth hurts.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think this was on hole number 10. This was right at the turn and the wheels were fucking falling off. And I didn't know what to say. I don't want to give somebody unsolicited advice, and I don't want to give someone advice that they don't want to hear, especially in that scenario. And also we're playing together on the same team. And then, of course, you hit that one shot that always brings you back.
Yep.
So Miles lays, he didn't lay up on a par 5. He went for it on par 5, ended up a little bit short, probably like 20 yards short, chipped in for eagle.
Oh.
Nice.
And then one of the next 2 holes was a drivable par 4. It was like 265 to the pin. Puts one on the green within 15 feet.
Hell yeah.
And then he 3-putted for par. So he had a great back nine, but we ended up losing, which was fine. We were both pissed about it, obviously. But it's good to lose together versus one guy being pissed and one guy being happy. So it actually turned out pretty good. I haven't golfed with him in a while, but I still got it. So
I have a very similar story with Miles, but we were playing against each other. If you're not subscribed to the You Bet Your Radio Patreon, do it because I'm going to tell a story about it. We did a bachelor party the last Patreon episode before I left to get married.
Yep.
And afterwards, I was like, Becca's like, all right, text me if you need me to pick you up. Right. Like, cause I didn't know how much we were going to drink on this thing.
Sure.
So I had the whole night free. So then I played 18 holes match play on the simulator, Carl's Play, shout out, with Miles afterwards. And he was he was kicking my ass the first 3 holes. He went up 3-0, and then the wheels fell off for him, and I won like the next 6 in a row.
Hell yeah.
And at one point, he was doing like, "What am I doing wrong?" And then I was like, maybe put it back in your stance a little bit. Because he was hitting it so fat, like hitting early.
Yeah.
I'm like, move it back in your stance. That's where your club's hitting. You'll make contact. And I got the hardest fucking death stare from Miles I've gotten in a long time. And I'm like, you literally asked what you're doing wrong. And I gave
This is the best advice I can give you right now.
And it was fucking like Buzz Lightyear laser beams off his wrist from his eyes. And I'm like, all right, I'll just continue to kick your ass.
That's why I just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I just don't say anything. Because I know like he's going to make some good shots and it's going to come around. That happens to everybody.
We ended up tying, so it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, there's sometimes I just want to let him win just to so everyone
avoid
can be happy because I'm fine. I don't give a shit.
It was
whatever.
it was crickets in the bunker.
Oh, God, I
literally,
can't
we
imagine.
have crickets in the fucking bunker, and that's all you could hear.
That's why you need music and when you're playing on the sim here.
Yep.
You need music going just to break up the silence a little bit.
Yes.
Well,
I'm sorry you guys lost. I wish you
yeah,
would've
it's
won.
fine. It's completely fine. We'll beat him again. His brother-in-law had a phenomenal round.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I've golfed with him before.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, I need to give everyone an update on the Breaking 80.
Oh, yes.
Breaking 80 series.
Yes. Big news.
Fucking unbelievable round on Saturday.
This past Saturday?
Unbelievable round on Saturday.
This past one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
Past Saturday.
Nice.
You guys all know I've never golfed by myself before. And this was the perfect opportunity to do it.
So it's weird, Ryan, that all of a sudden you have such a really good round, but you're alone.
I know, dude.
Ryan.
And
Interesting.
Yeah,
Let-
it's
just
weird
let
how
me-
the stars align there.
Let me walk you guys
Okay.
through the Breaking 80 saga. Is it over? Possibly. Let me tell you the story real quick.
Investors, possibly you.
So
MLM.
I schedule a 6:54 tee time AM
Mm-hmm.
for Saturday morning, and I mean,
Also, amazed you didn't get paired with anyone. By the
well, I
way.
called that. I saw there was tee times there because online you can see like you can get this tee time for 4 people. So I know no one else has gotten in that tee time, and there's also tee times on both sides with 4 people that you can sign up for. So I knew no one was in there. So I called him. I said, "Hey, I want to play by myself. Can I get this 6:54? Because I think online you have to book with at least like 2 to 4.
Yep.
They won't let you book a solo." So I got it. I show up and I see some guys like behind me kind of getting ready. So I'm like, I fucking book it to the first
Yep.
tee. And I hit my tee shot. And at this point in the morning, I couldn't see anything. I was losing my ball right off the tee.
Foggy and dark and
A little bit, yeah. So I ended up hitting 2 balls off the first tee. And I found both of them. One was on the right side rough and one was on the left side rough. So I took the one on the left side rough. Easier shot to the pin. And par number 1.
Okay.
And okay, so if you really break it down, you need to go 7 over on a par 72, which this course was. You need to go 7 over to break 80. I am cruising through the first 9. I golfed this entire 18 holes in 2 hours.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and I would have golfed it in an hour 45 had I not had to wait for the people in front of me
Did you
that
get a
were
cart,
walking.
or did you
I got a
walk?
cart.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So next hole is a par 3. Put one up right on, like short of the pin, right on the edge of the green, and birdie putt, lipped out, put it in for par. So I'm even through 2. Number 3 is a par 5. I put a drive right down the middle. It's a big dog leg at about 220 yards. Hit a hybrid, a little bit deep, but right down the middle. And hit a second shot into the trees. It basically rolled up right next to a tree. Chipped on, 2 putted, par, even through 3. I'm like this in this entire time, Tyler. I don't like you guys don't know who I am when I'm by myself, but I'm kind of a weirdo. I'm talking to myself. I'm fucking cracking jokes to myself, and half the jokes I crack are like even in public are for myself because I know they'll get me to laugh.
So are you cracking a joke, pausing for dramatic effect, and then laughing yourself?
Kind of, yeah. That's the type of shit I would do.
I'm imagining Ryan by the tree about to hit his chip. He's like, knock, knock. Who's there? It's me, Ryan.
Yeah, so I'm cracking jokes. I'm talking myself through these shots. But it was so seamless. Like when I'm golfing, I know and I get a yardage, I know what club I'm hitting.
Mhm.
So I'll grab a club, hit it, go find it, prepare for the next shot, whatever. And I didn't have to wait for anyone else. It was sweet. There was multiple holes off the tee that the sun was directly in my eyes. And I purely had to go find that ball based off of feel.
Like where you thought it would go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up finding all of them, which was sweet. Cause I mean, in your swing, I'm at a point where I can feel where that ball's going. Whether I yank it left, whether I maybe push it a little bit right or slice it, doesn't matter. So I get to a par 3. I am, let's see, I think I'm one over through 4. And I get to a par 3. I pull one left, right next to a tree, right off the cart path. Chip one on, and it's a huge green. I 3-putted from there, so I double bogeyed this par 3. I'm 3 over, and through the rest of the front 9, I ended up 5 over. I ended up 5 over through the front 9, which is still pretty. I mean, it shot at 41, and I'm like, okay, Ryan, well, you need to shoot 2 over on this back 9 in order to break 80.
Yep.
And I'm like, I've never shot a round that good in my life. No, I have. I've been even through 9 before. But, I mean, the entire time, that's why I went out there and golfed by myself, is to break 80, because I knew I could do it by myself.
Yeah, because there's no one there to fact check you.
Correct. Yes. And I will be honest, I gave myself some 2 and 3 foot putts.
Yeah.
I gave them to myself, and then I putted them out and made them.
Okay.
So that's something that we need to that we disagree on.
Yes.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that here in a second. So back 9 is going pretty good. I think I'm like 1 over through 4, and I could not hit an 80 to 100 yard chip shot. And I was putting myself in good situations. I also scrambled my ass off. And I am 2 over going into number 17. And it's a par 3. It's about $178, and it's kind of an elevated green. So it's almost like a little plateau going up. I push one to the right. It hits the side of the plateau and bounces off, off the plateau. So I probably have a 20-yard chip to the pin, chip up, put it within 12 feet. And I'm like, okay, I need to make this par so I can par 18 and break 80. The par putt, I pulled the pin. This is the first hole I pulled the pin on because I didn't want to fuck around with anything. It was like a 12-foot slider right to left. I had a good line on it. Hit the putt, tracked the entire way. It hit the right side of the hole. It spun all the way around and came right back to my direction for par. So it was like a 3-footer I was left with, put that in for bogey. I'm 3 over through 17, or sorry, 3 over in the back 9.
And to reiterate, you need to get 2 over to break 80.
Correct. I'm 8 over right now through 17. I'm sitting at an 80, so I need to birdie number 18. So I roll up to 18, and of course, this is the only thing that I'm thinking about the entire time. And there's water on the left, and I need to miss on, or there's water on the right. The driving range is also on the right, and I need to either miss left or put one down the middle. Hit a hybrid, about 240, right down the middle. I'm like, let's fucking go. I need to hit an 80-yard approach shot onto the green to give myself a birdie putt, which I have not hit all day. Ball first, ball first, ball first, hit ball first. Doesn't matter how big of a fucking beaver tail you take, just hit ball first. And I chunked it. So I am, again, it's a plateau green. I'm right at the bottom side of it. Probably have a 20-yard chip, and I need to make this chip to break 80. So I let one fly, 3 feet short.
No.
Put it in for par, and shot
80.
Shot 80.
You can't be mad. I know you're disappointed.
It's my best round.
Yes.
To this day. It's 3 strokes better than my previous best round, which is an 83. I shot an 80. And I look back to that putt on number 17, the par putt. And I keep asking myself, if I left the flag in, would it have hit the pin and dropped in?
Maybe.
And I think it would have. I do think it would have hit the pin.
Was it windy?
No.
Then
I mean, the conditions were perfect.
Then it wouldn't have hit it, because if it circled the cup, no way it would have hit the pin.
Yeah, but remember, it like dropped in the right side, spun all the way around. And if the flag, because it's kind of like, again, it's like the green is leaning one way. So the flag is also leaning that way. So had it came back around, hit the flag and dropped in, par, I par 18, for 79. It just didn't happen.
Lots of things in your head you could have done different.
100%. And again, I gave myself some 3-footers that I then putted in. But because I gave them to myself beforehand.
You can't give yourself gimmies, number one.
When you're playing by yourself, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I could literally say, I could just like give myself 8-footers. I probably would have shot a 75. Also, through this entire round, 11 pars. I didn't have one birdie through 18 holes, and I shot an 80. I doubled one hole, and then I would have, bogeyed 5 more?
Yep.
Or 6 more for 8 over. So it was a solid round.
So think about this. You played better than Pat Perez.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah, because he
Homie
made a lot
mid-80s.
He made a lot more money than I did.
Mm-hmm.
But the entire time I was playing, I didn't want to play for that score, but I internally,
of course you're gonna.
because I knew if I wanted to play for that score, I wouldn't play as good.
See, the problem is that you can't go into it knowing what you need to shoot. Like,
no, exactly.
Follow along with your score, but you can't have that +7 in your head.
No, exactly.
You can have like, oh, sweet, I'm playing pretty fucking good, but you just don't add it up.
And when
don't add it up.
When I'm 5 over on the front, I'm like, I need to go 2 over on the back. And I couldn't get off the tee box. I was scrambling my ass off for pars. I couldn't score on par 5s. I was parring par 3. I couldn't stick one close on a par 3. And I don't know, I caught a lot of good breaks. I hit some trees that it popped out of. I went into the woods where I had perfect shots right to the green. So overall, it was a phenomenal round. Number 1, PB score, 80. Number 2, by myself, can literally talk I can talk gibberish to myself the entire time.
As far as we know, Ryan could have shot a 95.
I could have.
He shot a 110.
Yeah.
But I also know that if I want to break 80, I have to do it ethically.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that comes down to my 3-footers that I gave myself and then putted in. I internally gave them to myself. I putted them in.
Okay, we have to talk about this. We were golfing together like 2 days ago, right?
Okay, so if someone else gives you a putt and then you putt it and miss, in my mind, that putt that still counts as a gimme.
No, you're supposed to pick the gimme up once given to you. If I give you a 3-footer and then you putt it, the moment your club hits that ball, the gimme is nullified.
See, I don't play that way. When I walk, if I have I would say 3 foot's the max for me, the very max. A lot of them are 1 to 2-footers. I look at my playing partner and I say, hey, is that good? And if they say, yeah, I putt it anyways. And if I miss,
that nullifies it.
If I miss, it doesn't matter. They already gave it to me.
No.
Yes.
That defeats the entire purpose. The gimme, the whole purpose of it is to make it so you don't have to putt.
But it's more so just me practicing my putting stroke.
Yeah, well, if you pick the ball up and move it, then you can putt it again.
See, I don't think so.
That's literally the whole point of the gimme is that you don't have to putt it and worry about making it.
So Tyler, your mentality.
No, I'm not worried about making it because it's already given to me. So again, if I miss,
yeah, it's given to you, but then you ignore the gift and putt anyway.
So if I pick, let's say you give me a 3-foot gimme from the pin, right? I pick it up and I set it directly back down. You're fine with me putting that in?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Just don't putt it. Pick the ball and put it in your pocket.
Okay, then I understand.
Yeah.
Then where you're coming from. I was gonna say
the gimme is a gift. You can't look a gift horse in the mouth. You can't take a gift and then just say no, I don't want it and putt anyway.
You ever played graveyard gimmies?
No.
Anything 6 feet and under?
Oh, no, but that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's also a fun one. Especially if you're having a tough time on the green, just give your buddy graveyard gimmies.
That's like the simulator.
6 feet and under. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
6-foot gimmies, graveyard gimmies.
GYG.
That's a good one. Yeah. So
well, we need to settle this debate. We're going to end up having to post this, but this is the great debate. If you give me a gimme, 100% of the time I'm picking that ball up because I have been taught, I have learned, and I also agree with that if you get a gimme and then you putt it, it is nullified.
See, with these gimmies though, again, I was internally giving them to myself.
Right, which is
but I was
a
also,
whole nother can of worms.
But I was putting them and making them.
Yeah, that makes sense because you're alone.
That's correct.
But if you give yourself a gimme and then miss, that's really bad. Because then someone didn't even give it to you. You just gave it to yourself.
So here's another thing. And I did not do this. I did not do this in the last round, but I will do this in other rounds if I'm not playing for score. if I walk up to a ball and like I'm kind of in someone's line and I just want to like get out of their way, so I don't take any time lining it up. I don't like focus or anything on it. And it's maybe a 2-foot putt, but I didn't ask for someone to give it to me. I'm just like going to go ahead and putt it out and make that. If I miss that putt,
that counts
sometimes in my mind, it counts as a make. And what a hot take that is, because here's the thing.
No.
Had I focused on that putt and lined it up, I'd have made it 100%.
You don't know that.
I do though.
You don't know that because
I know myself as a golfer. I would have made that putt had I can't tell you the amount of times.
I think the only
I can't tell you the amount of times I have said, if I just focused and lined that up, I'd have made that putt. So I'll just give it to myself.
I think the only
Didn't do that on Saturday though.
I think the only time you can miss a putt and have it count is when it's like 6 inches away and you just fucking half-assedly like hit it with one hand trying to tap it in.
And that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would count those because you're just like getting it the fuck out of the way, because you're not going to miss a 6-inch putt.
Well, especially if you give yourself that putt beforehand and then miss it.
No,
it doesn't matter. So
tell me this. So let's say you hit a bomb. You hit one from like 40 feet away and I'm standing by the pin and it gets within a foot and I hit it back to you because that's a gimme. You're not going to bring it back over there, put it back down and then putt it.
A 40-footer?
Let's say you have a 40-foot putt.
Okay.
And you get it a foot from the pin and I'm already standing there over by the pin and I just grab your ball, say that's good and throw it back to you. Okay. You're not going to take that gimme I just gave you, walk it back to the hole, set it down and putt it.
No.
Yeah. That's how you're supposed to do gimmies. That's why they're throwing the ball to you. Because you're not supposed to putt the gimme.
Yeah, but it's not all the time that your partner is throwing your ball to you. Yeah, like if it's a 2 or 3 footer, you're already standing right there, and you're over the ball.
But if your thought process was true, people would never be throwing the gimmies back to the person. They'd be like, "Hey, this is good," and then you'd have to come putt it.
No, I don't think that's right. I mean, a 40-foot putt to 1 foot, that's an absolute gimme.
Right.
And that doesn't need to be putted out because I'm not standing over. I'm 40 feet away. I'm actually 39 feet away.
What's the difference between you hitting an 8-footer within 1 foot and then me giving you that?
Because
and then you going to putt it.
Because that's a shorter walk from 8 feet than it is from 40 feet.
So it's about steps.
So, it's about location. It's location based.
Okay.
So it depends on how far I am away. Hey, if the cart is right behind me, I don't want to walk up and grab my ball. So just give the gimme that you're gonna give me the ball back, and I'll go to the cart. Versus if it's a 3-footer, I'm already right there. So I might as well practice.
I don't think you and I are going to find common ground on this. I think we need to send it to the people. Mitchell, this is our post for the week.
It's a great debate because
this is back to we're speaking of great debates. At some point, we're going to get into the highlights of the Double Bogey Show for 100 episodes. And obviously, our first moment of this podcast reaching an audience further than our fucking family members was the hole-in-one debate on a breakfast ball.
Yeah, it counts.
I think that was the first true debate and the first moment of this getting a little bit bigger than what it was to start.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It counts.
It counts. Yeah, we know this. It counts.
God,
you guys have discussed this.
Yeah.
I played another. And for some reason, there's people out there who don't believe that courses start with a par 3. I played one last week, started with a par 3. I played another one. I can't remember what course it was, but it started with a par 3. There are courses out there that start with par 3s. So hole-in-one on the breakfast ball counts.
Yes, it does.
Especially if you don't get range time in.
Yeah.
Also, Saturday round, 80, didn't get range session in.
Interesting.
But also, Pro-Am got a range session in.
Yes.
I'm going to stop myself right there.
We'll take a break, and then we'll do Pro-Am talk.
Okay. Before we get into our next segment, we have to talk to you guys about the Carl's Place.
Carl's Place. Do you mean our happy place?
Our happy place.
The best part about the office place?
That is correct. And we haven't really got much sim time in the last week.
I have.
And when I say we haven't got much time in, I mean, I've only played like 3 times since last week.
Yes.
So, guys, Carl's Place is going to be your place to get any enclosure, launch monitor, anything like that when it comes to winter golf. And we're getting close. Course is going to be open maybe another 2 months if we're lucky.
Yeah. If we're really lucky.
So now's the time. Head over to Carl's Place. It's carlofet.com. That's carlofet.com. for all of your simulator needs. You guys have seen our setup before. You've seen how much we play it. I guarantee you won't regret getting yourself ready for winter golf right now, because when it comes wintertime, hey.
Like, don't wait until it's 2 feet of snow on the ground and you're like, oh, fuck, I'd love to golf. Do it now so that when there is 2 feet of snow on the ground, you're like, I can go golf in my basement. I can go golf in my garage. I can golf in my spare bedroom, because it doesn't matter what space you have, Carl. The team there, you show them your space and then they just help you build whatever you want for it.
For you. Yes.
So,
and I look at this a lot like a home gym, which I have, and it's more so an investment. Not to brag, I have a full home gym. More so of an investment, because for me, I used to go to the simulator, which is like a bar, restaurant, whatever, probably at least 3 times a month, if not 4. And I'm spending at least $60 to $70 every time I go. So you take that, you put it, if you break it up monthly, you're going to have that simulator paid off in no time for how much we golf in the winter. And
well, the thing about this, Ryan, you never got close to breaking 80 before the simulator.
Exactly. I have broke 80 on the simulator almost every time, actually.
Nice.
And that's because
they're getting 9-foot
9-foot gimmies.
Why don't you put those gimmies?
Well, because they already gave them to me.
I'm just joking. Continue.
Guys, Carl's Place is going to be your spot for all of your simulator needs this winter. Again, carlofet.com, carlofet.com. Use promo code DoubleBogey for 10% off all your enclosures.
Launch monitors,
all that good stuff. Knock a little bit off the top.
Oh, yeah.
And the packages start at, I want to say $700-800 and can get as fancy and as full-fledged as you want. Again, guy in a garage with a net and a hitting pad. That's all I needed to have fun, get some swings in. Up the game right now with Carl's Place.
Little bonus tip that's not golf related. I plan on watching the Vikings on the simulator every Sunday.
Yep. We have it hooked up. We have our PC hooked up to it so we can watch YouTube, we can watch TV, whatever.
Cool.
You can almost, double it as a movie room too.
I know Carl's from Wisconsin, but Skull, Carl, I know you're listening. Go Vikes.
Skull. All right.
I'm not entertaining that.
Okay, quiet, Prince of Parmesan.
All right. Pro-Am talk.
All right.
Played in my first Pro-Am.
Yes.
PGA Tour Canada.
Were you the pro or were you the am?
I think I was right in the middle. I think I was the Pro-Am.
Oh.
PGA Tour Canada. They brought us out.
The P-Jack.
Yeah. Great name.
Yeah. Why are they calling it the PGAC when they could be calling it the P-Jack?
I don't know.
Or the P-Gac.
I don't know. Maybe we can ask them.
These are questions we should be asking.
Well, you should have asked the PGA Canada's head official at the Pro-Am.
Well, I didn't know. Unless I read his name tag, I didn't know it was head official.
I was like, hey, how come you're not calling it P-Jack? P-Gac, my guy.
Well,
okay.
I was for a little while.
Anyways.
I was the official scorer.
Yes. Mitch, okay, hang on, Mitch.
I just get so excited. It was such a fun time.
Mitch, mute yourself
Mitch's
now.
Little kid giggle.
I'm in a rhythm right now. Sorry, Mitch.
I'm not muted.
So the P-Jack is a great name, right?
So PGA Tour Canada had us out for their event in Brainerd, Minnesota at Cragen's Legacy Courses.
Oh, right next to Gravel Pit, if people were wondering.
Right next to Gravel Pit.
Yep.
And we went out on Tuesday. We shot a bunch of content. We shot some of our own videos. We shot a video for PGA Tour Canada with one of the pros, Justin Doden, good guy from Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Nice.
So he was like, hometown boy.
Oh, yeah.
Not really hometown, but home state.
Close enough.
And it was amazing, like some of the shots that he would take, even during this video. Like, where did you learn how to swing like that? Where did you learn? And they're hitting. All these guys are hitting blades too. So their club face is half the size of mine, and they're striping balls. It's also like, it's funny because I have something they want and they have something I want. Correct. And here's what that looks like. When we're filming these videos, these guys they're golfers. They're not video guys. They're not showbiz guys. So they're like, how do you guys do this? Like, what, like, how do I do this different? What do I do here? And so I'm kind of like walking them through the process of like, hey, if you mess up, which we mess up a lot in our videos, literally just start right away again because it's already fresh in your mind, and then just keep letting it flow. So he's kind of like asking us about like, how do you feel comfortable behind the camera, or in front of the camera? And I'm also like, dude, how do you fucking
Did you
strike
tell
a
him
5 iron
alcohol?
like that? Alcohol's a good one. And these guys, they don't drink before tournaments.
Oh, they can't, can they?
They can do whatever they want in the evenings. Why couldn't they
Really?
drink before tournaments?
How come only John Daly is exploring the sweet spot during golf tournaments?
He's an anomaly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at DJ. DJ, the amount of nose beers that he used to drink before tournaments. I mean, actually though.
Yeah.
And they're some of the best golfers in the world.
Yeah.
So we were having some beers while we're filming these videos, but they didn't drink. And I completely understand. Like, they're there to do a job. They're there to place, I think, top 10 in PGA Tour Canada to move up to the Corn Ferry Tour. And then from the Corn Ferry
I
to move
wondered
to PGA.
what the steps were.
Kind of like minor league baseball. So PGA Tour Canada is, I believe, a step below the Corn Ferry Tour.
So it goes P-Jack, Corn Ferry,
PGA.
P-Jat.
Pajah.
Yep. PGA Tour. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Pajah.
So yeah, we did that on Tuesday, and then Wednesday was the Pro-Am, Tyler, which I will say right away, I was bummed that you weren't there.
I was bummed I wasn't there too. I didn't realize it was on Wednesday. I could have came. I thought it was on Tuesday.
So you made me go with Jade,
Yeah.
and you made me golf with him.
Yeah. I didn't know, and I honestly didn't know who you were going to bring either.
Well,
I'm like, was Ryan just going to fucking go alone and selfie everything or what?
I mean, I figured it out, no problem.
But you decided to go with the liability and the Sultan of Swiss.
Yeah, both
Let's
of them.
go.
And but it actually went really well. We filmed the podcast Tuesday. We got a bunch of shit done Tuesday.
Yeah.
We went and chilled at the hotel. Went out for a couple beers that night with a buddy of mine that lives in that area. And Wednesday was a Pro-Am. So, of course, check the radar, and the radar is looking good in the morning, but we don't tee off till 1:10. We're the very last group to go out.
Okay.
Now, mind you, before this, Cragen's has an unbelievable pro shop and bar restaurant.
Did you buy a bunch of shit?
I didn't buy anything.
Really?
No, I didn't buy anything. So we're kind of like, we get to the course at probably 10:30, and we're hanging out. We're having a Bloody Mary, of course, beforehand, a little breakfast, and getting a little bit of food. And the accommodations that PGA Tour Canada had for us was unbelievable.
Yeah, you guys came out with, like, they stocked you up.
They did. And we go to register for the Pro-Am, and we walk out of the restaurant, and I see a bunch of putters, tailor-made Spider putters, which are top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a bunch of shoe boxes. And I'm like, don't fucking tell me we're getting free shoes right now. Don't tell me we're getting free shoes right now. Don't tempt me with a good time. Walk up, they're like, hey, what size can we get for you guys? I mean, you got to be kidding me right now.
Wait. Mitch, did you get golf shoes?
They offer.
No, they didn't offer Mitch. They asked if you're playing, and you said no.
Yeah.
So Mitch maybe could have swindled himself a free pair of shoes, but Adidas golf shoes, the sweetest golf shoes I've seen. So I have retired my Jordan golf shoes.
Hey, buy Ryan's Jordans.
How much you want for them?
75.
That's actually not a bad deal.
Counter. Don't give your hand away first.
75. I mean, I paid 125 for them. So we'll talk about that after the podcast.
Yeah. Wheeling,
So
dealing.
we get up to the shoe counter, and I try on it. I try on a couple pairs, find the one that's for me, and I'm like, I'm wearing these. I was the only guy in the old Pro-Am
Wearing
my
the new
shoes.
ones.
Yeah, I am that guy who gets something new and wears it right away.
You're at the gift shop, you buy a shirt, you put the shirt on immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then we move over to the putters, and they're like, hey, you want to, I think it was like 34 or 35 incher. And I'm like, well,
I don't care. Give me a putter.
I don't care. Give me the 34. Give me the putter. I'm getting out of here before you take it away from me. And with that, again, Tyler, I was bummed that you couldn't make it, because we have wanted to do something like this for a long time.
Since we started
we started the page. The Pro-Am, I think, is it's a cool event that we, can take part in. And I was bummed that you couldn't make it. And then I was also bummed that you didn't get to take part in the free stuff.
Yeah.
In the shoes.
If anyone
and the
knows
putter.
anything about me, I like free shit a lot. You did give me a hat, though.
I did give you a hat, yeah, and I got us a flag that's sitting behind you. They gave that to us as well. Again, the PGA Tour Canada is super accommodating for us. But Tyler, I didn't want to come back without anything for you, so I did get you a little gift from the Pro-Am. And again, PGA Tour Canada, they helped me swindle this deal so that I could bring you back something, because I was that bummed that you couldn't make it. So just give me 1 second.
I thought the hat was my gift.
Nah, it's cooler.
Is it actually? No fucking way. Let's go. Thank you. I got goosebumps.
Mitch, did you tell him what it was before I brought it out?
Nope.
No, not at all. Fuck
I wouldn't
yeah,
spoil
dude.
this.
Dude,
This is
I was
So-
talking to Jade last night too. And I'm like, is that the putter you got from the Pro-Am? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's fucking sweet.
So Tyler,
Hell yeah, dude.
partially wedding gift, partially a gift because I was sad you couldn't make it.
Thank you. Oh, it's the putter, by the way.
TaylorMade spider putter, 35 inch because you're a little bit taller than me.
Hell yeah.
This is actually partially for Grandma Kathy as well
So
because
she can have her putter
so
back.
she can have her ping putter back.
Let's fucking go.
And the whole time I had that in my office, you thought that was mine,
I did.
but it wasn't. It was actually yours.
Well, you were showing me it. I'm like, that thing's sweet.
I know. So I don't need it because I got one and I also have a brand new putter.
Mm-hmm.
So
Where did you hide that?
right behind the deal, right behind the backdrop.
Nice. Good work, guys. You pulled off a successful surprise.
Good. Yeah. I hope you like it.
I do.
I think it's going to be a great putter.
I'm not gonna work today. I'm just gonna go putt.
Yeah, they're really nice, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to get an opportunity. I'll maybe hit mine a little bit, but again, I got the Odyssey, so
I think
this
I'm
is more
gonna
of a backup.
I'm gonna leave the price tag on it like you with your Wilson.
I mean, this putter costs
A lot more than
than my
Wilson.
old Wilson putter. So that's the least I could do is,
Thank you.
I went up to our gal Sarah at the PGA Tour Canada. I said, hey, is there any way that we can get Tyler a putter as well? She made it happen. So thank you, Sarah, for doing that.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. I don't know you, but thank you.
Yes. So overall, it was an unbelievable 2 days. And I haven't even touched on the Pro-Am part of it yet.
Yeah.
So we get paired. There's me, Jade. There's two members from the course, Tyson and Pete. Great guys. They're probably our age. Super great guys. They're members at the course there, so they know the ins and outs of all of it. And then, as you guys saw on the pod last week, Parker Cootie, University of Texas guy, he was our pro. And just watching these guys play was unbelievable. There's no other word to describe it. They are so good. And to think that there are guys in the world that are like much better than them
Mm-hmm.
on the PGA is like, holy shit, how does this even happen?
Well, like how describe me. What did he shoot? Like, how good is he?
So he was
Didn't
12 under on the weekend this last weekend.
and he won.
He won the tournament the previous weekend at 27 under through 4 rounds.
Holy fuck!
So the yardage books and shit like that, the notes that they're taking is like
So that's
next
like-
level.
That's like regular tour numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the skill difference truly? Because
I don't know.
it's not really like you versus the next guy. It is, but it's more you versus the course, and those are the numbers that Rory's putting up.
And
Right.
I think it's more so youth. Like he's 22 years old, and you still have to climb up the ranks to get to the PGA. So he
Right.
could easily get to the PGA in the next couple years.
Yeah.
But again, you have to wait your time. You have to play good in these.
Is it a course difficulty thing too? Maybe
Probably. And honestly, like Craigan's was a beautiful course, but it wasn't as tough as I thought it would be.
Okay.
So we roll up to hole number 1, and the format of this tournament is a 2 of 5 net shamble.
Shamble?
Okay, so the shamble part of it is you take the best drive out of your group, and you play from that drive.
So everyone
And
plays
then-
their own ball from there?
Everyone plays their own ball out from the best drive.
Okay.
Now it's funny, you'd think that you would take every one of the pros drives,
Mhm.
but we were playing whites. The amateurs were, and the pros were playing their tees, which were
Yep.
40 to 50 yards behind us. So I think there was only one drive that we took of the pros.
Wow. But you took all of his second shots.
No. You play your own ball out.
Oh, true.
You play your own ball out, and he's keeping his own individual score because all the pros are, I believe, playing for a prize pool of $5,000.
Oh,
so if
sweet.
you win the pro as the pro,
So like they actually care what
They do.
amateurs they get.
well, no, because our score doesn't matter. They're keeping their own individual score again
So
because
do they have to hit their own drive then?
they do. Yep,
So they go to their drive and hit it, but you guys hit the best one.
correct.
Okay.
So if they hit a drive and then we hit a drive, ours is better. We go play ours and he plays his.
Gotcha.
So 2 of 5 net shamble. That's the shamble part. 2 of 5 is that you take the best 2 scores net, meaning handicap is involved. So you're getting bumps on holes and whatever. You take the best 2 scores from those holes and you add them up, and that's your score for that hole. So if 2 people birdie, you're -2 on that hole. The leader when we got to the course was 28 under, which is understandable if you can get 2 birdies on a hole and add them up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're thinking, all right, we got this.
Especially with handicap involved as well.
Exactly.
Because like a par for me is a eagle with my handicap.
Right. But also, Jade got 8 bumps and he didn't take advantage of any of those bumps. And the other 2 guys maybe got 2 bumps each. I got 5 bumps.
I don't know what that means.
Meaning like you get a stroke on the 5 like hardest difficulty holes.
Okay.
Yes. That's not, you can't get bumps on par 3s. So it's like par 4, par 5, you get a bump depending on difficulty. So we're 6 holes in and the sirens go off, meaning get your ass back to the clubhouse because it's going to start downpouring.
What do they sound like? We're like Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month,
first
tornado
Wednesday of the
sirens.
month. Yep, tornado sirens, definitely.
It was spitting a little bit when the siren went off.
Yeah.
Did you guys immediately know like this is our call to come back, or were you like, is there a fucking tornado coming?
No, it's the call to come back because we know it's from the
Okay.
clubhouse. And obviously, like everyone has 14 lightning rods in their bag behind them, so 28 lightning rods per cart.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh, son of a bitch! Like, well, it looks like it's gonna pass here soon. So we hit our drives on number 6, and here's a good one for you, Tyler. I hit my second shot on number 6, put it into the woods, and then the siren went off. I'm like, yeah, I'll just hit that one. I'll hit that one again when I come back. I know what to do different. I was gonna hit that shot again. Didn't matter. So anyway, we're driving past number 17. So we started on number 10. This is number 16 we're on. We're driving past number 17 is a par 3 back to the clubhouse. And you got all these guys yelling. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Hole in one.
Hell yeah.
Guy in the pro-am, member at the course, hole
Amateur?
in one. Yep.
Hell
amateur. Right as the sirens went off too. So
I love
count
that
shit.
I love that.
We get back to the clubhouse and we hear that this guy has bought out a keg at the bar. So everyone, limit it to 1, but everyone can start drinking for free beer. What an unbelievable time to get a hole in one when there's 150 other people in the clubhouse.
Yeah, the kind of shit. Good call. Good
to
call
buy the
by
keg.
him.
That's
yes.
I would say if you hit a hole in one, the best route to making sure everyone gets a free drink in the clubhouse is just go buy a keg.
Especially if it's at like a tournament.
And they'll probably give you a good deal on the keg.
Yeah.
They might charge you a little over cost, but they got to be giving you a good deal.
Right. Because like think about if he had to buy a beer for all 150 people. So let's
say 150 times, let's just say 6.
Yeah, I was going to be nice and say 4, but I don't know what the clubhouse is charging.
Let's just say 5 times 5. That's $800.
Yeah. That keg did not cost $800.
No. And as a member of the course, he probably could have spit up $800 pretty easily, but still.
Imagine like getting a hole in one in like the scramble tournament we played 2 weeks ago. There's 90 golfers in it.
And there's a bar.
I don't have $800 ready to just fucking like, here's a beer, everybody.
And there's a bar that is putting that scramble on. So that's where everyone's going.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool to see. Right when the sirens went off, hole in one, bought a keg. We're hanging out in the clubhouse, just waiting for the rain to pass. And it's fucking downpouring. And I keep checking the radar and it's still coming. And we're an hour into this rain delay. And I look over into number 18 through the clubhouse and it is absolutely soaked. So we got the bad news from like the tournament director.
They canceled?
That they canceled the Pro-Am. 6 holes in.
I thought you guys got to finish.
Nope.
Fuck.
Nope. We got canceled 6 holes in. I birdied the first hole. Only one to birdie it. And I played pretty good through 6 holes. I was pretty impressed. What I didn't tell you though is before we hit the range, before the tournament, we hit the range at like 10:30, 11. And
with like the pros?
All the pros are lined up, just getting there working for the day, whether they're playing in the Pro-Am or not. All the pros are getting their work in. And I'm like, all right, what we had to do is we're like 2 deep in line just to get on a spot on the range. And I'm like, Jesus, there's a pro on my left. There's a pro on my right. And what club should I hit first? Don't fuck this up because they're going to wonder what the hell you're doing here. I had one of the best range sessions of my life.
Hell yeah.
Striping balls. And then Jade comes up. Shanking balls.
No.
And I'm like,
do we have footage of this? And
I don't think of
I don't
Jade.
think so. Yeah.
I had to go back and prep stuff for the tournament.
Yeah.
But I got stuff of Ryan, but not of Jade.
yeah.
I'm striping balls and Jade's shanking balls. And I'm like, dude, you got to put that club away. It was his wedge too. And of course, playing from the whites, we were just a wedge in after each drive. I'm like, you just got to put the club away, dude, and grab a new one.
Yeah.
So that was tough. I had a lot of fun on the range. He did not. But I also had a lot of fun at the Pro-Am overall because, again, they put us up in a hotel. They gave us this unbelievable tee box prizes. It was quite the experience, and I know it's not going to be the last one.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad it went well because like that is like hopefully a nod. Like, hey, maybe we can do it again.
Yeah, and I like there was trophies for the winners of the Pro-Am too, and I guarantee we would have won it. We were 3 under through 6 holes, so I guarantee.
Yeah.
No, we had 20.
We had a chance.
We had 25 under to go through 12
Jade
holes.
gets on. Like he starts playing well.
Yeah. But the thing is, Jade can't hit shots off the fairway. He's a scramble golfer. And all of our shots were off the fairway.
That's a good problem to have.
It is, but not for him because he's a scramble golfer.
So my question with the Pro-Am is, how truly are they? Are they true amateurs like most of them like us, or are they all pretty fucking good?
No, not all of them are pretty fucking good.
So there are some hacks.
So, well, a lot of the people playing come from sponsorships at the tournament. So like, hey, if you sponsor this sign at the tournament, then we'll give you a spot in the Pro-Am to play.
Okay.
So, I mean, there were some scrubs out there, but also like we were probably in the bottom tier. Like the 2 guys we played with were striping balls. And they were good. But it wasn't like when I started to figure out, when I started seeing some AMs hit the range, I'm like, okay, this is I don't need to be as intimidated as I think I should.
Yeah,
be.
because I feel like I'd go into it super nervous until I see the other me out there that will dribble one off the tee quick.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, okay, we belong.
Yep, exactly. And we do belong, definitely.
Well, and like Parker said last week, he's like, I don't want to play with some hardos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to have fun.
Yeah,
because
this is supposed to be fun for him. This
Yeah,
is
he's
supposed to relax him a little bit.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to play with someone that shanks a shot and just is pissed for the next 3 holes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was no we had in 6 holes, I believe we had 2 or 3 bev cart visits.
Yeah.
Hell
Phenomenal.
yeah.
It was
And
great.
the guys we were playing with, members of the course, they knew the bev cart driver. So like it was cake. It was
I love
a
that.
cakewalk.
I think my
Um,
problem would be, you know how excited I get for other people when they're good shots?
Yep.
I feel like I'd be getting excited for the pro shots.
Yeah.
Because they're good for us.
I
But
mean, we
like
were-
bad for him. He'd be like put it 30 feet from the pin instead of 10. And I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I pulled that a little.
Yeah. We were getting pumped for him too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great ball, dude. Great shot, whatever. Because we wanted him, I bet he probably felt like an outcast with like these 4 like amateur beer drinking golfers. And then
That's so
there's him.
weird to me to think that. Like he's the outcast at
Yeah.
a professional tournament.
Exactly.
It was pretty fun though. I feel like, we threw his bag in the back of my cart and
Yeah. And Mitch drove his bag around and
Yeah.
he
So you
just,
caddied kind of?
a little bit, yeah.
and they have to walk during the Pro-Am. They can't ride in a cart.
Why?
I think it's just rules.
That's lame.
So the playing field is even. Like they all have to
it's
walk.
Even if they all have carts too.
Yeah. But imagine that. So they played a practice round on
Tuesday. Probably.
Pro-Am on Wednesday. Full round of 18 Friday, round of 18 Saturday. You make the cut. Thursday, Friday, make the cut. Saturday, Sunday. That's 6 rounds in 1 week
Jesus Christ.
with 1 day off. That being Monday.
No, it's starting to make sense. Like some of the tweaking injuries that golfers get.
Yeah. From having to walk that many holes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was unbelievable time. Came back with some sweet stuff. It was only a 2-hour and 15-minute drive from here. And what we did get for the Pro-Am being canceled was 4 free passes
Sweet.
to go golf Craigens again. The 2 other guys we played with, Tyson and Pete, they gave us their passes since they're members, and they said, hey, we'll give you these passes if you guys promise to come back and play with us. So
Yeah,
we got to go
I'm
back to
all in.
Craigens and
This,
meet up with those 2 and play
this
around.
sound like Goo guys.
They are phenomenal. I'm really bummed that we didn't get to finish it out.
Yeah. We'll go play them.
Yeah.
Play against them.
We
I got
could.
a new putter now. so
They're way better
deep
than
shit.
us. Yeah, they're
Wow.
like
I can putt now,
Pete's like a 2-hand. They're probably both 2 handicaps. So,
but we never lose in scrambles.
and I will tell you, my one goal for the tournament was to take one of my drives, and I believe it was on hole number 4. We took my drive.
Hell yeah.
Bomb squad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right down the fucking middle. Bomb squad. 80 yards out.
Was that the one with the dog leg left towards the back end of the fairway? Where it cut pretty hard left?
Nope. Nope.
I'm thinking of a different one.
That was a good drive too, though. Thanks for recognizing that one, Mitch.
Hey,
it just
I do
wasn't.
what I do.
It just wasn't the best one.
Yeah.
But I did have one good drive. Felt good. Wedges were striking well. Had I had my wedge game from the Pro-Am this last Saturday, I would have broke 80, no problem.
Yeah,
So-
we were trying to do, Ryan and I were trying to do a bit of like a golfer who talks to his ball because he keeps hitting it bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was after the fourth hole we played, I was like, Ryan, you gotta start playing bad. I don't have.
I know.
I don't really have any bits.
I know.
I'm not talking.
Shocking myself too because I'm with I don't know. I tend to play better with people I don't know
That's interesting.
because I tend to focus more. I'm not smoking and joking as much. And
I think I play better when I'm less focused on the game.
really,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird game.
it is.
So I'm curious as to what the next event we can swindle our way into, but we'll get into another one. We'll get you out to one, Tyler. It's a really good time. It's not as good of a time as golfing at a wedding, but it was still a really good time. So
Nothing can beat that.
no, absolutely not. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back with the best moments of the first 100 episodes of the Double Bogey Show. All right, guys, we're going to close out the podcast with some of the best moments, user-submitted moments, and some of our best moments, personally, of the first 100 episodes of the Double Bogey Show. Triple digits, baby.
We made it.
We made it to 100. And,
Titles just got one digit longer every time.
yeah. So, again, if you can, send this to a friend. Let them know, like, hey, we're just like them. We're just we're average guys looking to drink some beers on the course. Send it to a friend. We want to keep growing the podcast. But first, we also want to mention some of the best moments that our users have liked of the podcast and also that we have liked. Tyler, I'm going to start it off with Tyler Bots _12, the Pine to Palm story arc. And I think we've talked about this so many times saying, hey, what an unbelievable series of events. I think it probably lasted for like a good month. 4 episodes straight at least.
It was like a fun, storied, long saga. That was a big jump for us too.
It was.
That was that was kind of a legitimizing moment. Like we started getting, for some reason, people cared a lot about Ryan playing in this random tournament in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it could not have played out perfectly. Like what happened was shit that people write to happen.
Correct.
And it just
And so if you tuned in after the Pine to Palm saga, I signed up for a solo tournament last summer in August, and I played a qualifying round, which actually what all happened here was kind of a blessing because I met now I'd say a good buddy of mine who I'll golf with every once in a while.
Don't you?
Yeah. So I met him at qualifying. Qualified for the match play.
Yeah, you shot like an 84.
84 qualied. And then I got into match play. And I mean, you guys know how this all unfolded. The shanks came in full force. It was literally the day after I had shot a really good round for me personally.
The Y word came into play for
the yips
Ryan.
Came into play. I was golfing against some 60-some-year-old guy who I should have mopped the floor with. And he beat me 5-4.
You hung with him somehow.
I know.
And Ryan, I was Ryan's caddy for this entire saga, and by the 4th hole during the yips round, I just stayed in the cart and drank.
Yeah, it was a lower point of my golf career, and I've gotten questions since then of like, hey, I'm going through the same thing. How do you get rid of this? Number 1. Keep swinging. You didn't forget how to swing a golf club. Number 2, get a couple lessons with a guy that you mesh with well. Lucas at Sweet Shots, he fixed me up. He got me right. And now I literally have not even thought about shanking a ball.
Yep.
I've maybe shanked like a handful of balls in the last year.
Like just true accidental shanks.
Yeah, the pros even do them.
Not like a mental shank like you were having at the Pine to Palm.
Correct. And not only did I get the shanks, but what happened next was potentially even worse.
Yeah, let's should we play a clip from it?
Yeah, let's play a clip from it. It was a great tournament. I had a lot of fun. The guys we played with were super cool. The qualifying was fun. So what happened was I lost Friday. Okay. And then I had something come up Saturday that I had to tend to, and I was supposed to play Saturday.
Yeah, you're supposed to play there's a consolation bracket. You were supposed to play in the consolation bracket.
Yep. So when I found out I was unavailable Saturday to play, I emailed them at about 3 p.m. So I get a call Saturday morning, and I can't answer because I'm tending to my other business. And they say, hey, is this Ryan Sheely? You were a no-show this morning, so there's going to be consequences for that. And we take no-shows really seriously. And we're going to have to ban you for the 2022 season. And I'm like, well, that's
I said, my God.
I said, well, that's
salt in the wound.
And I emailed him back. Well, I know I called him back and he didn't answer. And I didn't say this. I'm like, well, this is fucked up because I sent you guys an email. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17 hours before I play.
Right. And it's within a day's notice. That's about as early as you can get in this format.
Yes, correct. So I'm appealing this banning. I'm 100% because I'm like, I reached out to you and like, do you not have a team on staff looking at emails to see if this happened? So I didn't hear anything yesterday. And remember, this was Saturday. I didn't hear anything right away this morning. And then I popped in my email this afternoon and it says, hi, Ryan. Well, an NS, a no-show, is different from a WD, withdraw. Because I said I had to withdraw from the tournament.
Yep.
So your ban for the 2022 season stands.
Wow.
Oh, Ryan, you're the bad boy of the Pine to Palm now.
Okay, so of course, I mean, if the yips weren't bad enough, I got banned from the tournament for 1 year, and now the tournament's over.
I got
this year.
We were gonna come back. You were gonna caddy for me, but I couldn't get in. I was 17 deep on the waiting list. They called me 2 days before my wedding, and they're like, "Hey, you're in if you want."
Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
like, I fucking can't, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure that 18th guy was like, yeah, let's go.
But now 2023, I'm playing again. And I know how to play match play now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in a really good spot mentally to just go out and I feel like shoot a good round. I almost need to sandbag myself in qualifying.
No, don't. Because then you get in a lower flight and then you don't get as...
I have better chance to win. Better chance to get a fucking trophy
get as
for
cool
this
of
podcast,
a trophy,
Tyler.
though.
It's the same.
The
same
higher
trophy.
flight, yeah, but it says something different.
That's true. Flight 12 out of 14.
Yeah,
Not great.
You want to get flight 4.
You told me this. The guy who I lost to last year in match play ended up winning his flight this year. I don't know what happened to him. If he just got gooder for some reason.
He was in a lower flight than you guys were in last year.
No, we were in 12 last year. He was in 12 this year as well. Yep. I don't know if he just like got good, but he's like in his 60s, and there's no reason he should be winning this thing.
Oh, he's just Mr. Consistent.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So
Consistency.
I'm coming back, and I want him. I want his ass again.
Just a little piece of advice from Caddy to you. If when you come for his ass, don't putt the gimmies he gives you.
Okay.
Or they'll count.
That's fair. Well, in this term, you got to put everything out.
Yeah.
For validity purposes. But
you guys are giving each other gimmies.
Okay, fuck it. Well, I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
There's no hurt in asking. What's the worst thing to say? No, and then I just make the putt.
Especially like if you know you lost the hole already.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm coming back 2023. It's a redemption tour. We'll have another phenomenal story arc because
this year, 2023, Ryan, we're opponents.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
Tyler, you're gonna play in it.
What if we play each other in match? That's why I want to sandbag is because I want to.
That would be fucking electric.
You need to work on qualifying first. Qualifying last year was 86.
I'm getting close. I'm low 90s now.
Okay,
consistently.
You got to hit 86 for sure to even have a chance.
Like if I put my best 9s together, I just can't. I keep shooting a low 40s and then a high 40s, and it puts me into the low 90s.
It's a different style of golf, and I think you'll play better.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And also don't lose your ball marker.
What do you mean?
Because when you were caddying for Ryan, you kept losing.
We lost it on hole 1.
Yeah.
It ended up being like in his back pocket or something.
Dumb like that. Redemption Tour 2023. Great. Great story arc, Tyler Botts. All right. The caddy girls. Grandpa Dave, and Grandpa Dave.
I can't tell what part they liked.
Grandpa Dave.
Oh, okay.
I mean, who doesn't like the guy?
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that submitted Grandpa Dave.
I mean, I honestly, I kind of see him as like my unofficial grandpa.
Yeah, and he loves that.
Yeah.
He will adopt anyone to be his unofficial, official grandchildren.
Yep.
We were at that tournament in Myrtle Beach, and I don't think anybody the entire tournament called him Dave.
Grandpa.
It was either just Grandpa or Grandpa Dave. Even the 2 guys we were playing with, one, Ron, he's an older guy.
Sure.
He called him Grandpa Dave the entire tournament. Grandpa Dave has been around since.
Yeah, we got to get him back on.
We've been talking about him since episode 1, and he came on high 40s.
Yeah, something like that.
Came on high 40s inside secret to Grandpa Dave's interview.
Yep.
He was so nervous.
Yeah, he was.
He does not like talking in front of people. Luckily, it was just a room with 4 of us.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize he was talking to thousands of people.
Correct.
But Grandma told me that for the week before he came on the podcast, he practiced in the basement every night.
Hell yeah.
So he's just,
I love that.
He was just sitting in the basement practicing podcasting. And then the day of podcast comes, he like gives me a little nudge. It's like 10:30 in the morning. He's like, you want to go into the bar and take a couple of shots? So he had like 3 shots going into the, and then Grandma was sitting in the producer room behind.
Yep.
I think it was Cody was the producer at the time. And Grandma was giggling. Grandpa was a little tuned up. But I think the clip we should play from Grandpa's podcast is his quote. It's my favorite quote that he's ever given me. So we'll play that from the podcast.
One last thing before we close it out, Grandpa Dave, there's a lot of people that follow this page that don't take golf very seriously or that are just getting into it. Is there any words of advice other than just have fun with it that you can give to people to be able to enjoy the game more?
I always said that. Just enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
I always said I lost more in life than just a golf game. So, it's a golf game. You're out there to have fun, especially at my age. You're just out there to have fun.
Yeah.
With your friends and stuff. Maybe have 1 or 2 beers afterwards.
1 or 2.
And stuff like, and go have a little supper and stuff like that with our significant others and stuff like that. So
it's more of a hanging out with your buddies versus going to play golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just happen to be playing golf while hanging out with your buddies.
I've had quite a few golfers that friends of my age that we used to golf with are not there or not able to golf anymore. So my age, you'd just be happy to be out there.
I love that. If you can't take anything away from that, then I think you're in the wrong sport.
Yep, I agree.
Honest.
Played Grandpa again on Tuesday during my mini moon because Becca couldn't get work off, so she'd work till 3 every day on her mini moon.
Okay.
Kicked my ass again, but
classic.
Tied him on the back 9 or lost him by 1, I forget. But I almost had 2 hole-in-ones that day.
I saw that.
Grandpa was there to witness. I immediately sent you videos of them.
Almost had 2 hole-in-ones.
Almost, almost doesn't fucking count. I missed one of the birdie putts too.
Hey, we're gonna get one eventually.
Yeah,
we will get one eventually. For how much we're playing and the vibes that we put out when we're either shooting videos or what, we're gonna hit one.
Yeah.
I just hope it's on camera.
We play too much golf to not hit one eventually.
I know. We're gonna hit one.
Yep.
We will. All right. Next one, Sue_Nielsen. I'm going to have to ask if any of you have ever golfed at a wedding. Great moment.
I heard it's so much fun.
If you go to a wedding, put the sticks in the car because you're going to regret not having them. And it's better to have them and not use them than to not have them and want to use them.
We don't need to put a clip into this because that was word for word what he said in the last one.
What could make a wedding even better is when you head out to the hole right off the clubhouse.
Yeah. Do you ever play in like just your wedding clothes?
I did play in my wedding clothes that day.
Was it fun?
It was great. I bombed 2 drives down the middle.
Yeah.
Par and birdied.
Mm-hmm. Because you're a little stiff in those pants. Less motion for the ocean to fuck up with.
Correct. So great moment. Again, put the sticks in the car. Better to have them and not want to use them, not need to use them. So that's a good one. Okay. A_Shoemaker24 talking about the infamous 360-degree rule.
Oh, yeah.
That's also a really good one.
Yes,
I still
is.
catch a lot of flack for that, but I'm telling you, to this day.
Yeah, I'm done doing it. I did it. You talked me into doing it, and I did it, and...
Yeah, but you probably just didn't do it right.
Well, I did everything you told me to. I literally stood there, turned in a circle. I'm like, I don't see anybody. I'm picking this ball up. 45 seconds later, death metal playing in their cart come bounding over the hill, and they just do laps back and forth right over the ball. And Connor and I just look at each other. I'm like, I'm going to put this ball, tuck that way back into the glove box so no one can see it. I used that ball, lost it in 2 holes later. So evidence gone.
Karma.
Yeah.
I still stand by it because there was probably a blind tee box you couldn't see.
There was. Definitely was.
Blind tee box. I'm leaving that ball there because, again, unless I can see every tee box around me, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there.
Well, that would have been nice to know in your original definition of it.
Yeah, well, we're still exploring the whole concept of the 360-degree rule.
But let's play the 360 rule so people know exactly what we were talking about.
This is the 360-degree rule. If you walk up to somebody's ball in the fairway and you turn 360 degrees around and no one is within, let's just say 300 to 400 yards, that ball is yours.
But what if they're playing from a position you can't see them?
Yeah, it's the gamble.
Like they hit a shitty shot because they're down
then
in a
it falls
ditch.
within the 360-degree rule.
This is how you avoid the awkward confrontation.
And the awkward confrontation has only happened multiple times. Like
Only multiple.
Maybe 2 or 3 in the last couple years. It's not as extreme as you think it is from my end. Like
Ryan's taking him off the green. He can't see anybody.
Par 3. We get I get done with a par 3. The guys behind us hit guy shoots one over, and I'm driving to the next hole. I'm not going to go and take his ball. This is, I'm telling you, it's literally do one spin. If you can see somebody within 300 yards, you leave the ball. If you can't see anybody at all, that's fair game.
It sounds like Ryan's stealing balls and,
it
and
does.
helping people look for him.
So, I mean, there's always more to come on the 360 rule.
Yeah, it's an ever-developing rule.
More so of what do they say? Follow your gut and not your heart, or follow your heart and not...
Well, I play with my heart, not my gut.
Okay, so follow your heart.
Well, no, it's heart and head.
So follow your heart and your head.
You're supposed to follow your gut, you guys.
Follow the wind.
Just follow what you think is right. And if someone does come looking for the ball, get the fuck out of there.
Run. Get scram.
So I claim no liability as to what happens to you on the course if you do not follow the 360-degree rule book, which I have not yet published. Still coming out. A lot of exploration to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. You can do book signings and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, people will never have to pay for balls again.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. That was also a really good one. Next is Jacob Starry. I loved Tyler drinking that sweet dog brew.
No, you fucking didn't, Jacob.
Went down easy.
No.
Probably did
this
not
was
go
well
down
before
I know, but
Mitch's time.
I've seen the clip and it's absolutely hilarious.
It was awful.
Yeah, what happened? How did that even happen again?
It was with Cody's podcast. We did a bet.
For your top 3 drinks on the course, and
then we did a poll.
Voted, yeah.
And I got last, and Dalton got first, and it was a pick the punishment, but the whole group had to agree on it.
Yep.
And he landed on you have to chug a dog brew.
Busch Light dog brew.
Yeah, which is meant for dogs. It is literally just a really gross beef broth, soup type thing in a can.
It's warm too.
Yeah, warm, and you're supposed to dump it over dog food to moisturize the dog food.
Yep.
And the biggest mistake we made when chugging that was pouring it into a clear glass.
Yeah.
Because I could see the chunks floating.
Shotgunned it.
There was little spiderweb filmy looking ass things in there.
Yeah.
The smell just escaped.
Tough.
What I loved, and you said this in the clip, is it's in my beard.
Yeah.
I can smell it. It's in my beard.
Yeah.
That, and you got to brush your teeth after that too.
I'm getting a little queasy thinking about it. I almost let her loose a couple times. So maybe we can play that clip now. I don't know how good audio it is. It's just me gagging.
Yeah,
but
we'll roll the clip. Do you want to explain to the folks at home what your punishment was for last place of the draft?
I have to chug a Busch Light dog brew.
In the pocket, by the way. Tyler just pulled that out of his pocket for those just listening.
It is a dog brew by Busch. This is about as bad as it gets for me personally. They were talking that they were going to give me some nasty shot that was tequila and Yag. I 1,000,000% would rather do that.
I'd throw up on that versus this.
I would rather shit in my hands and clap.
Tyler, let's quit talking about it. Let's get into it. Grab the glass. Do you want me to pour it for you?
No.
Okay. I'm going to let you do this. Again, this is an audio podcast, but if you don't get a chance.
I already smelled it.
Ooh. It's going in the glass right now.
Either. Oh, it's very, yikes.
It looks like
it's very clear. There's no chunks yet though.
No, it looks like pickle juice, honestly, on the way into the glass.
So that's full. That baby's full. Luckily for you, Tyler, it kind of looks like a vodka lemonade if we add a little bit of ice. Do you want to ice it down a little bit?
No.
Oh, I can smell it.
Fuck, dude. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Ryan, give me a motivational moment.
Tyler, I want you to crush this dog brew like you'd crush your first drive off the tee box. Beers are flowing easy. Go get it. Don't think about it. Plug the nose. Just drop it straight down. Can I give you a countdown? 3, 2, 1. Dog brew. Get it. Get it. Open the back of your throat and just chug it. Go, Tyler. You're almost at the end. Go, Tyler. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's gonna. Oh. Oh. Oh no! He had to leave. He had to step off.
He's good
offset.
though. So I'm an audiovisual
He's
here.
back.
He's back.
He's back. He saved it.
Breathe it out.
Oh, I can smell it. You just burped. I think you just burped.
It's in my mustache.
That's why you can smell it.
I'm not okay.
Oh,
I'm shaking.
that's gonna make.
It is halfway up. I am battling here. I am in a battle, Ryan. I'm in an absolute battle right now. Don't talk to me. Holy shit.
I'm speechless.
And there's a nose.
Short breaths. Just short.
Yep, in and out.
So
Oof.
I
Okay, we
I
can.
still have flashbacks every time I see dog brew.
Yeah, we'll move on from that one.
Thank you.
Because it's making me queasy as well.
Mhm.
Thank God I didn't lose. So thanks, Jacob, for that submission. Another great moment. And then we have a couple extra quick mentions. Austin.B99, literally every second.
Oh, thanks, man.
Love you, bro.
Love you too.
We enjoy it. This is our favorite podcast to do. We do
We're in like
two
17
other ones,
fucking
three
podcasts.
other ones. And this is by far our favorite because we enjoy the game. We enjoy talking about it. We enjoy relating as much as we can to you guys. So thank you for that, Austin. And the last one, Thomas Maxfield, episode 69, all of it.
Shooter.
That was the Shooter McGavin episode. Shooter needs to get signed by Liv. Either he
Is a
needs to get
commentator, like a sideline reporter.
sideline reporter.
That'd be tight.
And then he also, I hope, with PGA 2K23 coming out, I hope you can play with him on there.
That would be sweet.
I know you can play with Tiger, you can play with MJ, you can play with all these different guys because before you just had to like create your own.
Yeah.
I hope you can play with either Happy Gilmore or Shooter. That would be electric.
I bet you that'd be like a DLC.
Yeah.
Like you get the Happy Gilmore package and you can play as Chubbs,
Yep.
play as Shooter, you
That'd
can play
be
as Happy.
sick.
I'm pretty sure I saw the guy that played Shooter McGavin. He did a promo for 2K23.
He did. Yeah, I've seen that
Really?
a couple times.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
His name's Chris McDonald, right? Chris?
Yes.
Yeah. His name is Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
No one else knows him outside of that.
The shooter thing was electric. We should play that. Just
Okay.
redo
Yeah.
it.
That was a good one.
Because Ryan's reaction is like, wait, who is this?
Because that's when I had the Shanks
Yep.
too. Play it, Mitch.
Ryan.
Wait, stop it. Who is this?
It's Shooter
McGavin.
Shooter McGavin here. You got the yips so bad that you shank almost every single shot? No more yips, okay? That's the t-shirt you should buy. No more yips. I don't get the yips. And you know why? Because golf is a game, all right? It's fun. And I'll see you at the ninth green at 9. Yeah, a little secret of the pros. Oh, and Ryan, something nice. Have a great one, man. Shooter out.
Wow. Shooter. Okay, we did have one more.
Oh, yeah. I know what this one is.
Jacob Matz. This has got to be fucking Mitch's buddy.
It's his burner account. Mitch submitted this himself.
No. This is a buddy. Can confirm this is a real person.
One of his favorite. Oh, really? Because you know him?
I do know him.
That's bullshit, Mitch. You put this list together and you know this guy. Apparently, Jacob Matz's top moment from the first 100 episodes is Mitch, and I don't understand that.
Maybe either Mitch paid him or texted him to do this, or homie loves cheese
And knowing
he
Mitch-
loves Mitch's nickname.
Mitch will literally cut a clip out of this, and then cut to himself 15 times and
Exactly.
post it on the page.
It's when Mitch was producing, if the clip we put out on Instagram or TikTok or wherever has Mitch in it a ton, because he'll just insert himself giggling.
Yeah.
And like Ryan will say something just like golf is a sport, and then it'll cut to Mitch and be like,
That's
Like he's right now.
yeah.
Well,
No, Mitch, we like having you around. We do.
it's a good time.
Genuinely, yeah.
Yeah, there's a secret competition that you now know about between you and Jake and who's going to get the chair. So
Yeah, the chair's wide open. It has been for 100
I failed
episodes,
the last
so.
time I had this competition open for me, so I can't let you
did.
down.
Matt beat you,
I
but
know.
here we go.
Phenomenal list of top 100 moments. There's a ton of other ones that were submitted, so thank you guys for doing that. We're going to keep doing user submitted stuff because it seems like you guys really like that.
Yes.
And we also get a lot of good topics to talk about.
Do you want to do a couple of our own personal favorites?
I do think we should do that. You go ahead first.
My personal favorite, obviously, I'm extremely biased, was Grandpa Dave.
Okay.
But a close second, Old Man Iron Man. We're doing the podcast behind Cody's dad's hunting club.
Yep.
And Squatch, big man, just decides in the middle of the podcast to fucking
Jump.
cannonball into a
slew.
disgusting ass slew.
A slew.
And we got it on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So like we paused the podcast to go run and turn the tripod around so we could get Squatch diving into this slew.
Unbelievable human.
That doesn't happen on a lot of podcasts.
No.
I promise you.
Tarps were off. Jean shorts were on.
Yes.
Jumped into the slough, soaking wet, and we still had a couple hours left of the event.
Yeah, and like we were all tuned up for that episode.
Yeah.
Like we were taking breaks to go play beanbags in the beanbag tournament from the podcast. We had like spectators in the background.
Yeah,
Squatch was hammered.
That podcast was all over the place.
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal moment, though.
Yes. Good times.
That one was submitted quite a bit too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom,
rightfully so.
My mom submitted that one.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She wanted me. Yeah. So thanks for covering that one, Tyler.
Yeah, I got you, Carla.
I would say I don't have a favorite moment that sticks out. I have a combination of moments, and it's a little bit different. Like, it's a little bit different than what yours was, Tyler. Mine is like the opportunities that we've been presented throughout the content and the podcast, and those opportunities being going to the Ryder Cup and people saying like, "Hey, breakfast ball, love your guys' stuff."
Yeah, that is sweet.
That is fucking awesome. The PGA Tour Canada Pro-Am, obviously phenomenal experience. Not as good as golfing at a wedding, still phenomenal.
Waste management.
Waste management was another one. And within the waste management, we golfed 40 some holes in like a day and a half. We played a 2v2 hole against the Caddy Girls. We shot some content with them. We had them on the podcast. We got to witness from hole 17. We got to witness a hole-in-one on number 16. What we witnessed was beers at the top of the grandstands flying in the air and people going absolutely crazy. Seeing all those guys golf and how just unbelievable they are. Just the trip down there in general. We've taken 2 trips to Arizona. We played a lot of golf. We went to the Waste Management, the Ryder Cup. We supposed to go to the 3M Open. Had a kid the week before. So we'll have to make that happen this next year. But it's more so of all that stuff and a combination of the opportunities that we've been given. And I feel like we've kind of earned them too, because we've been consistent with the podcast. We've literally never missed a week in 100 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, we've been late like a handful of times, but we've never truly missed a week.
Well, it's when Ryan's got to go like shovel 8 feet of snow out of the parking lot.
Something like that. Yeah, some ridiculous scenario like that. But it's truly because we enjoy doing this, and I'm excited to look forward to the next 100 episodes. And when on episode 200, when we look back and be like, remember we went to the Waste Management and the Ryder Cup? Well, dude, in the last 100 episodes, after we talked about that, we literally golfed in the Waste Management Pro-Am, or we golfed in the Ryder Cup Pro-Am, or we had fucking whoever, Bryson DeChambeau or Cameron Smith on the podcast or somebody like that. I'm looking forward to those opportunities. I don't know what they are yet, but again, because you guys are listening and pushing the content, we have the opportunity to do that. So thank you all. Thank you for that.
Seriously.
So that's a wrap. Enough of that sappy bullshit. You guys know I like that kind of thing. What are you guys smiling at?
Mitch, what is your favorite part?
Oh, sorry, Mitch. Well, I forgot because
we made eye contact. I was like, all right, we're going to just roll with it.
Again, Mitch has only been on for like 15 episodes.
Have you even been on that many?
I think 5. 4. This might be number 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite of the 5?
But here's the thing: you edit all the stuff.
Yeah.
You chop it together. You post it. I'm sorry, Mitch. What is your favorite through the first 100?
I got 2.
And before you start, Mitch might be one of the few that has listened to almost every single episode.
Mitch has listened to more episodes than you and me.
100%. Yeah.
Sure.
I got to make sure you guys don't say anything bad.
That is true.
Oh, wow. We're pretty PG.
PGAC.
Fuck you, Rick Shield.
Nice. My first moment I absolutely love was when I was producing an episode, and I told you guys that my home golf course doesn't have like range buckets.
Yep.
And you guys did not believe me. You called up the course on the pod live, and
they didn't answer.
Well, no, they did. You called them back.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yep.
Yeah, you called them again, and they picked up, and they were like, yeah, you got to bring your own balls out to the range.
Which is still unbelievable in my mind.
I just absolutely love that you tried calling me on some BS, and it wasn't even true.
I know. I still can't believe that.
So you got to go pick I wasn't here for this episode. Do you got to go pick your own balls up?
Yep. My brother, I went golfing with him a
that.
couple of weeks ago, and he hit the range while we were waiting for my parents to get out to the course, and yeah, he was out there, went, picked up all his balls, found a few more, and then came back.
It's actually not a bad spot to find more balls
True.
because
Yeah.
you know everyone out there is not trying to find every one
Oh,
of their
yeah.
balls.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you lose track of them too. If you
I mean, you
hit-
can work on your wedges. Just hit
Yeah.
shoot for the first pin, find them all, and then go look 300 yards out.
Chances of me pulling out a driver on a range where I got to retrieve my own ball are zero.
God, no.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Mitch.
yeah. Second moment has to be my first like ever edited piece of content to blow up.
Oh yeah, that was Christmas party when you got super shit canned.
Yeah,
That was Tinder for golfers.
yeah. Coming off,
We did get a couple of submissions about the Tinder for
Yeah.
golf
Yeah.
storyline too. It never happened.
yeah.
I would just like all the listeners to know that when Mitch celebrates, he fucking celebrates.
Shit faced.
It was a good time.
Yeah, Mitch rolls into the Christmas party already borderline blacked out. He's like, "We fucking hit 1 million, dude!" It's like, on what? Is TikTok?
And at the end of the night, you literally, well, number one, you pissed on the patio,
Yeah,
and number two,
don't remember that.
you went face down and basically kissed Miles' boots.
Yeah, I do remember falling. That I don't remember how.
Did you
close 'cause-
trip or were you just like a tree in the wind?
No, he basically just fell over, face down,
It
kissed
happens.
Miles' boots. And I always say too, like you laid there for a couple seconds. Had you just sprung up right away, we probably would have kept you around for a little longer. But because you laid there for a couple seconds, we had to get you an Uber and send you home.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
Oh,
I don't
gosh.
remember it. I mean, I remember falling, but that probably after I took the tequila shots is a pretty hazy
Mhm.
night.
And then you woke up in your shower
Yeah, I woke up in my shower. It was like
at
6,
like 6 a.m.
Yeah, it was like 6:30 in the morning. I was like, ooh, this is
Mitchell.
skin's pretty pruny.
Holy shit.
God.
It's all right though. I'm good. It was.
You made it. You
You're
survived.
fine. Yeah. Welcome to
Yeah.
number 100.
Yeah.
Remember at one point we were like pretending to take shots with Mitch and they were just water. No, we did a water chugging
Yeah,
contest.
you and I did. A
Oh,
water
yeah.
I was
Just
like-
to get
I was
more.
like,
yeah.
Mitch, I bet you I can drink this water faster than you.
And I was like, no way. I'm way better at chugging water.
that
beat
was
him.
good.
And he was all in. He's
That
like,
was
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I can fucking beat you.
There'll definitely be some maybe some changes. Maybe not a full open bar,
Christmas
but maybe
party's
just like
gonna be different this year.
maybe like some free kegs.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like also post some shitty stuff so no one's celebrating at
Yeah.
the Christmas party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay though, Mitch. I understand. That was a great clip. It was a great couple of episodes. We talked about that. Also, all the guys who sent us a DM saying, "Hey, I already got this in the works. Like, how can we negotiate something?"
Yeah, where is it?
Where is it?
Yeah, you're
Don't
all
see
full
it.
of shit.
I shit you not. There was 10 people.
More than that.
More than that.
We still get DMs like, "Hey, I just saw your Tinder for golfers post. I've actually been working on it, name and all."
Yeah.
It's like, no,
And
you're not.
Basically, I already have a beta version ready to go. I'm like, okay, well, can we see it? He's like, well, a couple more weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
There's this one guy I want to punch in the face because he was the biggest. Oh God, he sucked. And I can't remember his name. If I did, I would say it. But yeah,
I know who you're talking about. I know the name.
he sucked. So hope you're doing well with that. And
Hey, but we have the Instagram handle for it, so
Yeah, good
that
luck.
is true. That is true. Yeah, we do have Swinger at Swinger Golf. We got like 300 some followers.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Those people are looking for not the app.
Yeah.
I promise you.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I followed the page.
they
that
just they looked up Swinger and that popped up and they're like,
yes, that was probably one of our best ideas we've had.
Yeah.
It even got the attention of Rick Shields, who, what Tyler would like to say is copied the idea.
Yep. We hashed that out. Me and Rick's guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He reached out and said,
Yeah,
"Hey, we
we're
promised
good.
we didn't do this, so we're
Yeah.
good." I would like to play Rick in a match though, 2v1, me and you against him. I do think we could beat him.
I think we could too. Together.
Yeah,
So my new putter.
yeah.
We'd crush him.
Hey, next 100 episodes, that might be the
Yep.
favorite moment.
Yep.
So, guys, thanks again, as always, for listening into episode 100. OUBetcha.com. We got the new back nine blessing shirts, which I'm wearing. Little fairway fluid action.
Ryan and I wore the exact same outfit today: hat, black shorts, fairway fluid shirt. So I had to throw
Yep.
on the kickback jersey just so we were looking different
Yep.
today.
We got the Tyler and myself again are wearing the white Bevcart regular hats. We
Do you have black flip flops on too?
I don't know. I have
Thank
gray
God.
gray Travis Matthews shoes on.
Good.
It's a golf brand.
I've heard
I'm wearing
of it.
golf regular like day-to-day
Are they
shoes.
golf shoes?
No, but it's
It's his new
stupid.
Adidas.
Oh, He's wearing his new shoes from the Pro-Am.
So all the merch is on the website. The white Bevcart regular hats are restocked and they're fire. So go check it out, oubetcha.com. We appreciate all of you as always, and we look forward to the next 100.
We do. I can't wait to do this again in another 100 episodes.
See you guys next week.
You can almost do like a look back at episode 100. Like, where are we now?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yeah, bye. Love you.
Love you.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.